was one of the happiest days in the life of then Crown Princess Mary on October 15, 2005, when she became a mom for the first time. Baby Christian Waldemar Henrion was born, weighing 3,500 grams and measuring 51 centimeters in length. His parents, Frederick and Mary, were glowing with joy. Motherhood clearly lit up Mary's face, making her happiness impossible to miss. Years have flown by since then. Christian has grown up, even outgrowing his mom, and he's delighted her time and time again with his new achievements. Some of the most exciting moments for her were his 18th birthday in 2023, his step into adulthood, and later receiving his student cap when he finished high school. But that's not all that's happened in his life. Less than a year after turning 18, in the fall of 2024, he celebrated his 19th birthday far away from home in East Africa. There, amidst wild nature and endless fields, the heir to the Danish throne worked for 4 months on 2 farms, getting a real taste of local life and agricultural work. The royal family, especially his mother, known for her deep affection for her children, was pretty anxious about his departure. Still, Christian returned home tanned, stronger, and with plenty of new insights from that African chapter of his young life. The festive mood on his return matched the Christmas and New Year celebrations at the royal residence, but barely had he spent a few peaceful weeks with his parents, brother, and sisters before new challenges awaited him: military training. In early February, he left the Amalienborg Palace to start his service at the Antvorskov Barracks, part of the Guard Hussar Regiment, in Slagelse, about an hour's drive from Copenhagen. His arrival wasn't marked by any grand ceremony. The prince showed up in everyday clothes, a dark jacket, jeans, and sneakers, and with just a modest travel bag, since his main gear would be handed over to him on site. Interestingly, the Danish press immediately started discussing the issue of the prince's pay. By law, new recruits are entitled to a regular salary and extra allowances. But the royal chancellery announced that Christian wouldn't be receiving a salary because members of the Danish royal family are exempt from taxes and the traditional pay system, and the prince himself just wants to gain the full experience of compulsory service. This wasn't a surprise at all, as after his 18th birthday, he already decided to give up the state funding available to the heir to the throne in order to focus on education and personal growth. They mentioned that the discussion about his pay and a more demanding schedule of official duties might be revisited after he turns 21. It's no wonder that Christian's mother, Queen Mary, missed him terribly. He even skipped her recent birthday, when she turned 53. At the moment, however, she's off on a private trip outside Denmark, together with her husband, King Frederick, and their 3 younger children, 17-year-old Princess Isabella, and the 14-year-old twins Prince Vincent and Princess Josephine. As a result, for a while, the reins of government fell to a 19-year-old Christian, who was appointed regent from February 7 to 16 in his parents' absence. And this isn't the first time the young prince has taken on such duties. Ever since his father ascended the throne in January 2024, after Queen Margrethe, who had reigned for 52 years, stepped down, Christian has formally been the crown prince and is actively getting involved in state affairs. Speaking of education, the prince graduated from Ordrup Gymnasium in Copenhagen. His sister Isabella continues her studies there as well, while the twins, Vincent and Josephine, attend different schools because of their varying interests. The prince goes to the public Trenegardskolen, and the princess to the private Kildegard Privatskole. The royal family emphasizes that each child is given the freedom to choose the environment where they can grow most harmoniously. Given that Christian is King Frederick's firstborn son, he's under the spotlight not only in his home country but across Europe. But that popularity doesn't mean it's easy for him to make friends or enjoy life without unwanted attention. Paparazzi follow his every step, which can really complicate his personal life. Of course, Christian has the support of his whole family. his grandmother, former Queen Margrethe, still holds an honorary title after her abdication and continues to help him navigate the intricacies of royal etiquette and the Danish monarchy. They share a particularly close bond, having raised the heir in the spirit of love for the country's history, cultural heritage, and centuries-old dynastic traditions. Another interesting tidbit: after turning 18, Christian was awarded Denmark's highest honor, the Order of the Elephant. His knightly coat of arms, created by Danish artist Ronny Skov Andersen, was added to a special Knights Hall that preserves the symbols of titled families for centuries. The design was first sketched in pencil, then the lines were transferred with chalk onto a metal plate, before being colored in red, blue, green, and black, and finally overlaid with gold and silver. In this way, with a symbolic send-off from his grandmother, Christian joined the ranks of the chosen knights. What's next for him? It looks like the coming months will be filled with intensive training. Christian admitted to journalists that he's a bit nervous, but he's really looking forward to this stage. He believes that the service will help build his character, which will come in handy when he eventually takes on royal duties. After all, Denmark has a tradition of monarchs and heirs undergoing military training in all branches of the armed forces. There are also some more everyday changes. Christian is now going to live in the barracks instead of at Amalienborg Palace. He won't have a permanent personal assistant following him around, and his circle of acquaintances will shrink noticeably. But, on the plus side, he won't have to worry about bringing much with him. New recruits are officially required to take only the bare necessities, like footwear, casual clothes for off-duty days, and personal hygiene items, while everything else is provided by the army. After 4 months of basic training, Christian will decide whether to continue with a military career or go back to his studies. For now, he's taken a sort of break, even though many expected him to head straight to university after finishing high school. The royal family understands his wish to gain more experience and simultaneously boost his standing with the citizens. After all, one day it will be Christian who takes the throne of Denmark and becomes a king, ready to face any challenges. His grandmother, Queen Margrethe, ruled for half a century. His father, King Frederick, has already earned the respect of the people with his openness, serious approach to his duties, and unwavering readiness to represent Denmark on the world stage. His mother, Queen Mary, upholds traditions while actively promoting charitable initiatives focused on children and youth. So, Christian really has a lot to look up to. We can only wish the young prince the best of luck. Ahead of him are many royal receptions, official visits, and eventually, a new phase of growing up, as he's soon going to turn 20.